Oh my God. Angel Reese fans. Oh my God. We got to break this down. As Angel Reese fans believe that Sandy Brondillo and the Toronto Temple may be interested in having her join the expansion team. Where they got this nonsense, I have no idea. But there's an article. We're going to break it down. I don't think Sandy Brondillo wants to touch Angel Reese with a 10-foot pole in terms of her joining her team. But let's break it down, man. Welcome to Keep the Vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the channel, hit that bell notification, and hype the video. Let's get right.
So here's what really went down with Angel Reese. In the Chicago Sky, she didn't just step away from the team, she completely bailed on them right in the middle of the season, using what many are calling a weak excuse. This decision became a massive embarrassment for the entire franchise and sent ripples of shock throughout the WNBA. It exposed a player who seemed totally out of sync with what her team needed from her. The way she left was nothing short of dramatic and pointed to serious problems brewing behind the scenes. People started questioning whether she was really committed to basketball at all. The aftermath of her choice would create waves that went way beyond just the Sky organization. This set up a risky pattern that could follow her for the rest of her career. We're not talking about some minor disagreement here. This was her basically announcing to the world that she was checking out mentally and emotionally. It destroyed the trust her teammates had in her and left everyone wondering about her future as a professional.
Coliseum. However, in early December, Angel confirmed that she is staying with the Chicago Sky for her third season in the WNBA, where she was quoted as saying, "I'm under contract. I plan on returning to the Sky, continuing to talk to Tyler and build that relationship with Jeff and Tyler." Now, we all know Angel Reese flat out quit on the Chicago Sky. She wants nothing to do with being there. She literally said, basically, I'm showing up because I'm under contract and that's it. I'm going to play for you guys what she actually said and the tone in which she said it. But Angel Reese don't want to be there. She threw in the towel on this team. Once they suspended her
The story they told the public was simple. Angel had hurt her back and couldn't play anymore. But what people close to the situation were saying tells a completely different tale. She got benched for half the game as punishment and was supposed to come back for the second half. Instead, she refused and said she was in too much pain to continue. The problem was the timing of this sudden injury claim. It happened right after she got disciplined, which made it look way more like payback than a real medical issue. The whole thing seemed way too perfectly timed to be believable. This raised major red flags about whether she was actually hurt or just making a statement. It was basically her way of fighting back against the coaching staff in front of everyone. Her teammates were left completely blindsided while the coaches had to figure out what to do next. The whole incident tore a massive hole in the team's foundation.
No. Angel Reese flat out quit on the Chicago Sky. She wants nothing to do with being there. She literally said, basically, I'm showing up because I'm under contract and that's it. I'm going to play for you guys what she actually said and the tone in which she said it. But Angel Reese don't want to be there. She threw in the towel on this team. Once they suspended her for a half, and then they were gonna play her in the second half, and she was like, absolutely not. I said my back is hurting, so I'm not coming in at all. As a matter of fact, you can't suspend me because I'm not coming back for the rest of the season, is what she ultimately did to the Chicago Sky, and just flat out.
What sources from inside the organization are revealing is even more shocking than the official story. Angel didn't just refuse to finish that one game. She basically told everyone her entire season was over right there on the spot. Her message to the Chicago Sky was crystal clear and defiant. "You can't discipline me because I'm done with all of this." This wasn't just her saying no to playing the rest of the game. She was walking away from everything completely. The move left the team without one of their most important players and made the franchise look foolish in front of the entire league. It showed a total lack of respect for her contract and what being part of a team actually means. The boldness of what she did left people throughout the WNBA completely stunned and did serious damage to how people viewed her as a professional.
On this team, once they suspended her for a half, and then they were gonna play her in the second half, and she was like, absolutely not. I said my back is hurting, so I'm not coming in at all. As a matter of fact, you can't suspend me because I'm not coming back for the rest of the season, is what she ultimately did to the Chicago Sky, and just flat out embarrassed the organization. You had players like Courtney Vandersloot coming out because she had comments about Courtney Vandersloot and saying they need a younger point guard and Sloot might not be able to handle it at her age. And Courtney Vandersloot had to get on camera and fire back at her. You had players like Ariel Atkins, who sat at the podium early in the season.
The problems with Angel's attitude had been building up for a while before this whole situation exploded. She had already created major tension in the locker room, with some pretty harsh comments about veteran point guard Courtney Vandersloot. Angel basically said the team needed to get a younger point guard who could keep up with the speed of the game. She was clearly suggesting that Vandersloot was past her prime and couldn't cut it anymore. Vandersloot, who had years of experience and respect in the league, was put in the position of having to defend herself publicly. She had to come out and prove that she could still play at a high level. This public attack on a respected teammate showed just how deep the problems ran and how little respect Angel had for the veterans around her. The whole thing poisoned the atmosphere in the locker room and created damage that couldn't be fixed.
And fire back at her. You had players like Ariel Atkins, who sat at the podium early in the season defending one Angel Reese, talking about her crown is heavy and she deals with a lot and all of this stuff. By the end of the season, Ariel Atkins wanted nothing to do with the girl. She wanted nothing to do with her. So with all of that being said, I don't believe that Sandy Brondillo would want Angel Reese joining her team at all. To be completely honest with you, I couldn't see it at all. I don't see Sandy Brondillo doing that. I just got to be all the way real.
Things got even messier when you look at what happened with Ariel Atkins, who had originally been one of Angel's biggest supporters. At first, Atkins was out there defending Angel, talking about all the pressure she was under and how much weight she was carrying on her shoulders. Atkins really believed in Angel's ability and stuck by her when other people were criticizing her early in her career. But by the time the season ended, their relationship had completely fallen apart. Atkins wanted nothing to do with Angel anymore, which was a total reversal from how she felt before. This massive change showed just how badly things had broken down inside the team. The trust and friendship that should exist between teammates had been completely destroyed. It proved that the conflicts within the group were getting worse and worse as time went on.
See you.
Hi, nice to see you too.
Do you plan on returning to the Sky for year 3?
I'm under contract, so yes, I plan on returning to the Sky, continuing to talk to Tyler, and building that relationship with Jeff and Tyler.
Thanks. And then, how's your back doing? Have you made a full recovery?
Did that sound like somebody who was looking forward to going back? Man, I'm under contract, so I guess I'm gonna just. She don't want to be there. I don't even think the players on the team want her there. I don't think Camila Cardoso want to deal with it. I know Courtney Vandersloot don't want to deal with it. I don't even know if Haley Van.
Even though Angel left the team in such a messy way and burned bridges with her teammates, fans started going crazy, speculating about where she might end up next. When she showed up at a Raptors Magic game with her brother, who plays for the Raptors 905 social media, absolutely exploded with excitement. WNBA fans became obsessed with the idea of Angel joining the new expansion team. The Toronto Tempo, the Reese family being in the building, plus a post from the official Raptors account, got everyone's imagination running wild. People started creating this whole story about her getting a fresh start in a brand new city with a brand new team. The fans' passionate desire for this to happen completely ignored all the serious professional issues and contract complications that would make it nearly impossible. They were dreaming about something that just wasn't realistic, given how the business side of sports actually works.
Thanks. And then, how's your back doing? Have you made a full recovery?
Did that sound like somebody who was looking forward to going back? Man, I'm under contract, so I guess I'm gonna just. She don't want to be there. I don't even think the players on the team want her there. I don't think Camila Cardoso want to deal with it. I know Courtney Vandersloot don't want to deal with it. I don't even know if Haley Van Lith want to deal with it anymore. You know, like I don't know.
Yeah. I recovered at the end of the season. I was all good. So just continuing to do recovery on my whole entire body, and figuring it out going into year 3. That was my focus this off season, just being.
The fans who wanted Angel in Toronto were posting messages all over social media trying to make their dream come true. They were writing things like, "Angel Reese needs to put on that jersey. We desperately need your rebounding skills. Come play for the Tempo, and we're really hoping she signs with Toronto Tempo basketball." Some fans were even imagining her moving to the city early to get comfortable before officially signing with the team. They painted this perfect picture of her seamlessly transitioning into a new environment where everything would work out perfectly. All this public support showed that Angel still had a huge following despite all the controversy surrounding her exit from Chicago. The idea of her getting a second chance in Toronto captured the hearts and minds of WNBA fans everywhere. Unfortunately, their excitement was based more on wishful thinking than on understanding how professional basketball actually operates.
That Sandy Brondillo would want Angel Reese joining her team at all. To be completely honest with you, I couldn't see it at all. I don't see Sandy Brondillo doing that. I just got to be all the way real and honest with you guys. I can't see Sandy Brondillo doing that. Let's take a look at what Angel Reese had to say about her actually going back to Chicago, which she does not want to do.
See you.
Hi, nice to see you too.
Do you plan on returning to the Sky for year 3?
I'm under contract, so yes, I plan on returning to the Sky, continuing to talk to Tyler.
What made the Toronto option so appealing to fans wasn't just the change of scenery. They were excited about the possibility of Angel playing for two-time WNBA champion coach Sandy Brondillo. Brondillo has an incredible reputation as one of the absolute best coaches in the entire league. She's known for her strategic mind, her leadership abilities, and her track record of success. Fans believe that if Angel could learn from someone with Brondillo's experience and expertise, she could finally reach her full potential and become a championship caliber player. The thought of Angel developing under such a respected mentor provided hope that she could turn her career around and leave all the drama behind her. It seemed like the perfect opportunity for her to rebuild her reputation and prove that she could be the player everyone thought she could become when she first entered the league. But reality hit hard in early December when Angel herself had to address all the speculation about her future. She confirmed that she would be staying with the Chicago Sky for her 3rd season, but the way she said it revealed everything about how she really felt. Her exact words were telling and concerning. "I'm under contract, so I guess I plan on returning to the Sky and continuing to work with Tyler and build that relationship with Jeff and Tyler." The way she spoke made it obvious that she wasn't excited about coming back at all. She sounded like someone who was being forced to do something they didn't want to do, rather than a player who was enthusiastic about rejoining her team. This reluctant statement showed her true feelings and made it clear she was just going through the motions because she had to legally, not because she wanted to be there. Her lack of enthusiasm about returning to Chicago became even more obvious when she talked about her injury situation. When reporters asked about her back injury recovery, her response was pretty dismissive. She said she was all good by the end of the season, but was still focusing on getting better. The whole interview made it sound like she felt trapped in her situation. She was saying what she thought people wanted to hear rather than speaking from the heart about her commitment to the team. You could tell she didn't have any genuine excitement about getting back on the court with her teammates. Many people who watched the interview came away thinking that not only did Angel not want to be there, but her teammates probably didn't want her back either. The feeling around the Sky organization seemed to be that everyone was getting tired of dealing with all the drama that followed Angel around. Players like Courtney Vandersloot and even Haley Van Lith were rumored to be completely exhausted by all the ongoing conflicts and public arguments. The constant negative attention and internal fighting had worn everyone down. It became pretty clear that even the people who had once supported Angel were now ready to move on without her. The locker room that should have been a place where teammates came together had become divided and toxic. Key players were probably hoping they could start fresh without having to deal with all the controversy and negative spotlight that seemed to follow Angel wherever she went. The harsh truth that league insiders understand is that someone like Sandy Brondillo would never seriously consider bringing Angel onto her Toronto Tempo team. Brondillo has built her reputation on demanding discipline, maintaining team chemistry, and expecting complete dedication from every player. Angel's recent history with the Sky goes against everything that Brondillo values in her players. No coach with Brondello's championship experience and high standards would risk disrupting a brand new expansion team by bringing in a player who's seen as unreliable and likely to cause problems. The fantasy that fans had created about Angel joining Toronto was completely disconnected from how professional sports actually works. Brondello's entire coaching philosophy is built around creating strong team environments where every player is held accountable for their actions. Her success with teams like the New York Liberty and Phoenix Mercury came from her ability to build winning cultures where everyone bought into the same vision. The idea of bringing in a player who had publicly quit on her previous team, gotten into fights with veteran players, and showed clear reluctance to honor her contract would go against everything Brondello stands for as a coach. While fans might have found the idea of Angel playing under Brondello's guidance appealing, people who really understand the league knew it would never happen. Angel has often talked about keeping the main thing, and emphasized that basketball is her true passion and what brought her to where she is today. She acknowledges that the sport has provided amazing opportunities that have changed her life and helped her family and friends. She insists that she would never forget that basketball is what she loves most. But when you look at her actions and listen to her half-hearted public statements about her commitment to her team, there's a clear disconnect between what she says and what she actually does. The gap between her words about loving basketball and her visible lack of engagement with her primary team raises serious questions about what she really cares about and where her loyalty actually lies. Angel has also been very open about her commitment to ventures outside of basketball. She talks about wanting to give 110% to modeling business opportunities, her podcast, and everything else she's involved in. While it's great that she wants to explore different interests, this declaration, combined with all the drama that happened on the court, makes some people think her attention might be spread too thin. For elite opportunities like playing for USA Basketball, having complete focus on the game is usually required. Critics point out that trying to do too many things at once could hurt her chances of reaching the highest levels of basketball success. This approach to building multiple careers might be financially smart, but it could also be risky when it comes to getting spots on national teams where total dedication is expected. Angel has made it very clear that representing USA Basketball is something she would never pass up on. This strong desire to play for her country shows just how important her career choices and public image really are. Playing for Team USA is the ultimate achievement for any basketball player and represents the highest level of honor in the sport. Getting to that level requires not just incredible skill, but also perfect conduct and a spotless reputation. The road to earning such an opportunity involves intense scrutiny of a player's character and professionalism. All the controversy around her departure from Chicago, the public fights with teammates, and her apparent lack of commitment have heavily hurt her professional reputation. These incidents have created a story that could easily overshadow her obvious talent, especially when elite organizations like USA Basketball are deciding who to select. While Angel says she would never want to pass up the chance to play for Team USA, her recent actions have created some major obstacles in her path. There's an unspoken understanding in sports that dedication, putting the team first, and consistent professionalism are absolutely essential for getting recognized at the national level. The fan excitement about her potentially joining Toronto, while enthusiastic, shows a concerning disconnect from reality. Her strong desire to play for USA Basketball doesn't match up with the actual evidence of how she's conducted herself professionally. The league is a long memory when it comes to drama, suspensions, and public embarrassment of teams. This kind of history creates lasting problems that make it extremely difficult for a player to earn the trust and respect needed for top opportunities. Elite coaches and national team committees look at every aspect of a player's character and commitment, not just their highlight reels and statistics. The dream of joining USA Basketball, which represents the pinnacle of achievement for any athlete, requires more than just being talented on the court. It demands unwavering commitment to the team, a willingness to put personal ego aside for the good of the group, and the ability to handle pressure without creating problems. Her messy exit from the Sky, her public conflicts with teammates, and her obvious lack of interest in fulfilling her contract responsibilities all paint a picture that goes against these ideals. While her perspective on these situations might be understandable, national selection committees could see these actions as major red flags that would lead to her being quietly passed over for opportunities. So while Angel Reese might talk about prioritizing USA Basketball, the path she's created through her recent actions tells a completely different story. The question isn't just about whether she has the talent to compete at that level, but whether she can be counted on to be reliable, whether she truly puts the team first, and whether she can handle difficult situations without creating chaos. If her past behavior continues to overshadow her undeniable skills on the court, then missing out on elite opportunities, including the Olympics, might not come as a surprise, but rather as the predictable result of a career that's been damaged by unnecessary drama. The pressure is building, and her next decisions could determine everything about her future in basketball.